and see how this is actually working better. Well, that guy came back. That was the other guy. If you're wondering who's snoring, that's my dog. Snoring.
You show these kids a good time through some of your greatest classics, give them a chance to rewrite history, and this is the thanks you get.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Made possible by nerds.
That split screen. One of them's not playing, so I guess the one's gonna get kicked out. We seen that button of when I was punching this. Even if a person thought they were going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to a different game. No. What the hell is my bounties? My bounties. Colin Hoff 5 times. Earned 750 shotgun. Best way to go and do that is sit in a glitch. Sit right here. Use on the unlimited, or you can use that. Banshee.
Oh, leave that silly little robot alone. He is not part of the official props list.
Enjoying the
about to go down.
thrills and chills
3,
of Spaceland.
2.
This is the one and only Willard Whyte, master of the macabre. I say, long time no see, but what's time to watch this?
Right you are. Perhaps the winds are shifting.
Is that right? I know just a song to play for the occasion.
Somehow I knew.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine, baby.
Please do not disassemble. Heal them.
Ooh, gotcha. Ooh, gotcha. Do not go down. Draw.
Your fate and your fortune lies within the palm.
You think anybody's gonna notice that I get the money?
This place is totally
Your soul will be mine.
Please do not disassemble. Kneel there.
There's a way to get into the robot. You have to have them slanted, and you have to actually get in sideways like this. What did I blink? When I'm sitting here, my gun went like that. It was auto aiming there. The sensitivity on the PlayStation 5 on the controller that they have now is what, like 110 decimals, like that. I know you can fix it, but the controller update on the whole situation where you can fix the whole pull towards it, it's not really good. Oh my god, he's gonna go and open. Oh, I thought he was gonna go and open that. I think I got it. Nah, I don't think so. The guy probably thought, like, I disappeared out of nowhere. Wait, where'd he go? Where did that guy go? Where did Will Weiler go? He was the master in the car, but I can't find him. Don't know. Don't know. Nope. Bada bam, bada boom. Oh, do 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 do. Ooh. This guy hasn't been here for a long time. This one? Yeah. People are like, where have we been? I haven't seen the teddy bear over there in the past probably about 72 games, 73 games, something like that. And if you really think that one towards the point that a person can play this game over and over and over, I have played this over and over and over and over and over. No, I haven't seen a teddy bear over there in a long time. That would be like, see, I knew that was gonna happen. Like right there. Well, like it's been weird for the past 3 days. Like these teddy bears in these locations, they don't show up very often. Like right here would be like, see? That's the 3rd teddy bear. So how many more teddy bear spots are there? 2 more. One picture frame. Where do you think they're at? Probably right there. No, that's another weird spot. Usually you don't catch them there. But this is the last teddy bear. That one. There's 2 teddy bear spots. Usually I just go like this. And if I'm running through this real fast to do that, to get the teddy bears, I usually just throw a grenade in there. No. I was gonna play Deathloop, but I don't know. Still, see, weird spots. One more. Nope, and nope. One more teddy bear at. Where is it? Where is it? If there's a way to do accolades, and you catch me on a PlayStation 5, and you catch me, well, I don't know if you can do it on the PS4. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. I wish there was a way to find out how to do things on there. I don't got no accolades on my account. I wish I had like helpful and all that other good stuff on there, because I did help a lot of people out. I helped tons of people out getting soul keys to this game. accolades. I don't know if they're called like accolades or accolades. What they just call merits. It'd be much easier. But then, ain't that worst thing ever? I know I don't like visually talk very much, and it's like, okay, when I talk very much, it's like, okay, well, you know, the craziest thing about, okay, I was talking about, let me find this last teddy bear. Boom, boom, no, hold on. Okay.
Your fate and your fortune lies within the palm of your hand.
Okay. Now, what I was thinking about was, how, okay, when you go on YouTube, you search on, like, movie reviews and things like that, and you get people like, okay, this is a great movie, this is one of the great movies that I honestly think that it's a must-watch kind of situation. And I'm like, do you think a lot of people would want to watch a movie, right? So I'm sitting there like, maybe I should do a podcast or something like that with, in quotes, that I have to watch all these movies, right? And did you know yesterday, Tuesday, 45 movies were actually released on digital and Blu-ray? It was crazy to know 45 movies were released yesterday. And people are like, well, what do you mean? Well, if you don't think, okay, all these movies were actually, I don't know. Like, if you think about it. 45 movies were actually.
He enjoys quite a
Look at this person.
and ripping arms from torsos. I hope your first date is a good one.
Okay, 45 movies were actually released yesterday, and I'm like, well, no one's gonna actually remember 45 movies that were actually released out there yesterday. Did you know Nicolas Cage has a new movie out? It was called Escape to Ghostland, or Ghostland. Something like that, right? I didn't know he was actually having another movie out. I really didn't like Willy Wonderland. I didn't like his first that movie that he did with Willy Wonderland. I thought it was a cool thing because of the, you know, going to like a animatronic kind of situation where they come, you know, the whole situation on that. But that was Willy's Wonderland. I don't know. People would probably find it more interesting to watch Pig, another movie that Nicolas Cage did. It was called Pig, where he finds a pig, and I guess he finds truffles. Yeah, truffles. I think that's what it was called, truffles. And I guess he finds something else. I mean, you gotta watch the movie to know it.
Please do not disassemble. Neil there.
Then you watch a movie called Escape to Ghostland, where he gets hooked up. I felt like when I first actually watched it, I felt like I was watching, like he was put on the bodysuit. And you know how if you watch Wolverine, that movie Wolverine, with his bodysuit, I felt like he was Wolverine. Like the circles on his neck, where they connect, were like the X's on X-Men. Like, it was crazy. Really, really crazy. I don't know. And I'm like, a lot of people don't even think about these other movies that were, like, there. Like, there was a movie called Bestseller that was released. Bestseller is about a book author, kind of like who did this, who did that kind of situation. And then I guess that she lives the same murders. Like she's like it was a weird book. I mean, weird movie. I mean, not weird in one way. It'd be like those kind of movies like that. Then there was a Night Book about kids that put on like glasses and they see like all these colorful. I mean, if you have a really good TV that picks up colors, or really bright, vivid colors, then Night Book would actually be amazing to watch on, like, because you see like purples, blues, greens, and that's like really bright. And then counting cards. Yeah, what was it called? Card counters. And if you never watched like movies like where they count the cards in casino areas, just like the movie called 21 with Kevin Spacey and what's that guy that played in The Girl Next Door? That kid, where he counts the cars because he wanted to go to college. That's one day. Counting cars would be something like he was mastermind about, you know. And the one that plays Tiffany Haddish is the one that finds the guy, and they count cards and all that things like that. That was a okay movie. It was kind of like a what was the other one? Zola? About the two girls. I don't know. Zola was about two girls about, you know. It was kind of like a peaceful, but the music, I think was okay movie, but it was just, the music was okay. Zola is like one of them Lifetime movies that you might get interested in for a little bit, and then like in between the movie you get like off the movie, then it gets back into the movie and gets like interesting. So you like at the very beginning and then at the end, it was like the ending of the movie is kind of like right there. So someone asked me, well, what kind of movie would you recommend watching? Like, if you have kids, I would say like Night Book. But if you have a really good, like, bright, like, an LCD screen or hold on. We had if you have a really like OLED screen or LCD screen or something with like big crystal colors,
I'd say long time no see.
and get Night Book. I mean,
Right you are, but perhaps the winds are shifting tonight.
Is that right?
Bad Candy.
I know just
You
the
think
song to play for the
Bad Candy's not a it's a Halloween movie, but it's not a Halloween movie.
as we know it.
Oh, leave that silly little robot alone.
He is not part of the official props list.
Please do not. This is a real thing.
You're just too old for trick or treating.
Don't mind if I do.
It's kind of those movies where someone says you're too old for trick or treating, but they're the killer and everything else. It's kind of like a Bad Candy situation. Prisoner of Ghostland. That's the one. And then Together is the COVID. I'm trying to like uprise my skill on here. Together is two people. The like they have a kid. They're like they work together. Whoa. That's not me. I couldn't do anything. I really would do like if I did like a movie like let's see, when I do like a movie review, if I ever did one of them, I would do pros and cons to a movie. I couldn't say, yeah, this is a good movie because of this. I would say like the pros. Got good music. It's got better pictures. This filmography. You basically much like really watching a higher end TV. Or if you want to get into the mood and you want to really tone down the lights and put on like the surround sound and turn up the volume so then the music gets up there. Like if you can hear the music really good on some of the movies. I know. I have like a dry throat right now for some odd reason. Like I'm trying to explain, but it's like weird to explain something on a dry throat. Okay. only thing I have problems about all these movies being released out is because this generation that we're in right now won't pick out movies that they remember watching. Like if you go back in 2000, 1990, 1980, 1970, I bet you could pick out 10 to 15 movies right up on top. Horror movies, comedy movies, you know, the best of the best movies. Right now, if you ask anybody what movie you like in 2010 all the way to now, what movie did you like? Can you name top 10 movies? Without Googling them, without searching them, can you name them? Like, on top of my head, 1980s. Like Pee Wee Herman, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think Killer Clowns came out in the 80s, right? Pee Wee Herman, like, I could probably name, like, Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Saves, you know, Critters, Halloween, Halloween 1, Halloween 2, all the Halloweens. Critters, Sandlot was 90s. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Home Alone was 1990. The Sandlot. Major League Baseball. Airplane 1977. The Naked Gun was all 90s. Turner and Hooch, Tom and Hanks. Ghostbusters 1988. Ghostbusters 2 1992. Like, I can name every of those movies from that time. But if, like, some people be like, oh, I could name Bring It On and Fast and Furious or The Notebook or Songbird or I Can Wait. What's that called? Nervous. Was it called Nervous? With Emma Roberts. I know mostly every movie that's out from now. Did you know? Basically, not that many people know about movies like left and right. Like, what I mean is the high-end movies to the low-end movies. Like, did you know there's a movie called Movie 43 that had a whole bunch of stars in it? Like, if you Google Movie 43, the movie, people are like, what do you mean? Just watch it. It's a weird movie, but it has a lot of cast all into it. Most movies from like 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, most movies are from like if you have like cable TV or Dish Network or things like that, you're gonna actually see like FX. FX has like movies left and right that's being broadcast over time, like 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street, or We're There Yet, or Friday, Next Friday, and everything else, and then like recent movies were like Baywatch or Jumanji. What's that called? Dirty Grandpa. And that's reasons why a lot of people are like, oh, I could tell you 2,000 movies from 2018. Yeah, because you're watching cable TV. Can you name, it's like, well, can you name like 10 movies right on top of your head that came out this year, alone this year? Can you name 10 movies that came out this year? And I know people are going to say, oh, that's easy. Wonder Woman. What other movie was it? The Spiritual by, what, Chris Rock? Is it Chris Rock or the Book of Saw? Spiritual. That one was, eh. It was like, eh. It's gonna be the same 4 people. I left, they left, they all left. We all got kicked out of the game. Most people be like, oh yeah, I remember that movie Spiritual, the Book of Saw. Then they're gonna be like, oh, do you remember Abstinence or Absence? Or the Quiet Place? Because The Quiet Place too was like the biggest one thing too. People like, oh yeah, Quiet Place too. It's like, well, I mean, it's late at night. My dog's like sleeping, like he's snoring really badly. It's like, well, do you think that, can you name like 90,000 other movies out? No. What is your, like, in horror movies would be Killer Clowns from Outer Space. An action movie would be Air Force One. Air Force One was a good movie. I like that. I like Air Force One. Cartoonish slash, animational movie would probably be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Are we? I think we're somehow inside the film.
Zombies in Spaceland.
Uh,
I think I'm sick, yo.
I know, right? You're close.
A crime and detective movie would be like Dragnet.
Okay, you dweebs better get it together. I think we got more company.
No, not the TV show.
You hear people talking about getting sick.
Yes, they did have a movie called
Those
Dragnet.
comeback kids, if you will. Sometimes in life, you get a chance to do things again. And this time around, you've learned a thing or two. It's what we do in those moments that can define us.
Murder and mystery movie would be Clue. If you never watched Clue, then you don't know. Come on, you have Tim Curry in that. You have, what's his name? Christopher, it was his, no, I'm trying to think what his name is now. You know, the one that plays Doc. I got blanked out why. The one that plays Back to the Future. He's in that movie. Man, the one girl that plays the maid, she's in like a whole bunch of movies. She's even in that movie called, if you ever watch Pippi Longstocking, she's the teacher that tries to get Pippi, the one school that she, I think she was or was she the orphanage woman? She was the orphanage woman trying to get Pippi Longstocking in that, but she was in The Clue. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I watch a lot of movies. I remember why. See, a lot of movies don't like, I don't know, don't have a punch on when it comes down to having like, oh, this movie, that movie, this movie. Like, I could say, yeah, this movie was the greatest movie ever, or this movie was the best movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Air Force One, Clue, even, I would say even It was a really good movie. It was a very good movie. You know, you gotta be like, oh, which It do you think, the one that was on TV or the one that was in the movie theaters? The one that was on TV was way better than the one in the movies. The only difference between the one that's in the movies, the one that's on TV, has more photography kind of situation. It has a darker atmosphere than the one that if you watch it on TV. But the difference is you get to know the kids more than anything else on the one that's in the movie theaters than the one that's in the one that you actually watch. Like, if you want to know, like, the parents, the adults, you watch the one that's on TV. Then you watch the one that's like mostly in the majority. If you watch the It one, the one that was in theaters, you're more watching the children. Then, if you never watched It, or watch It 1 or It 2 in theaters or any of them, like you never watched them, I would recommend reading the book before anything else. So what, it's 4,000, what is it, 432, I think 432 pages long on just one section of the kid. Like, I think it's like, if you get the real book, like the real, like, I think it's up to 3,233 pages. If you ever get the It book. The reason why it goes more in depth of every child, and the reason why there's a backstory of why there's a clown, or why it's Pennywise, or why did they make believe that the clown was around. And that's another thing that reviewers don't do. They'll go in depth with the movie, but they won't say the reason why this happened. So if you never watch it, read the book. It's like The Shining. Like, you're like, oh, he was a person that was taking care of the hotel during the winter. No. Read the book. There's a lot more things that you miss. In the movies, they have to cut it and cut it and cut it. Oh, I didn't mean it to happen. It's like reading Harry Potter. If you want to know how Harry Potter actually gets in Hogwarts, or why do you get that Z in his head, then why do you get Voldemort? Read the book. Really. Well, see, Harry Potter, the reason, like, no one ever read the book more, like, there's a handful of people that can read the book. Then there's people that read the book and probably put it down the second minute that they thought they could read it, and they're like, yeah, I'm not going to read this. Then I would estimate there's more, and this was back in the 1994 when VHS was around. And VHS was around. And when the Titanic, the 2-tape Titanic movie came out, I know people are going to be like, when that movie came out on VHS tape, people actually ran to the store and bought that, and there was absolutely no copies of the Titanic. The same incidents of how there was Harry Potter and how many books were actually sold, the same thing, and it was always a sold out crowd. Just like, what's that called? Shadow, what's that called? Shades of Grey? What was it called? Shades of Grey? When that book got sold out. Almost the same reason why, if you go to a flea market or a thrift store or a little store, like, they will have copies and copies and copies of the VHS copy of the Titanic. It's like the Forrest Gump tapes. There's copies of those. people rampaged just to get that movie. Way back in the 90s, that's what happened. And you're like, well, I bet you, if you asked your parents, your mom, I bet you they had the Titanic movie in their collection of VHS tapes. Like if you had a mom that was born in the 80s or the 70s, they had a VHS tape of the Titanic, Forrest Gump, and what was the other movie that a lot of people had on VHS tape? Come on. Trying to remember what it was. I'm trying to remember what it was. Like, I remember there was like a lot of movies back in the day. Then you gotta think about it, the VHS tapes. The Santa Claus, even Santa Claus, with Tim Allen, wasn't a high-end movie that a lot of people wanted. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 wasn't really high volume. Like, you'd think that would actually sell because of the kids. Nope. There's 3 VHS tapes. Three movies. There was 3 movies that these, like, you know, the Titanic, because everyone liked that movie. Forrest Gump, I really don't see the backside of the Forrest Gump movie, why it was so popular. There was another movie that a lot of people bought because they thought it was all sold out all the time. Like, even if you went to the store, it was always sold out. Never really in stock. I know what it was. And they're like, what do you mean? There's a movie that was out there. I'll give you a hint. It was the Tom Cruise movie. Nah, I'm just joking.
Welcome.
I'm just joking. The third movie that was out, the very last movie that was out there that a lot of people really, really wanted to, and had it in the collection, was
Willard, man, what kind of audition
Ghost
is this?
with Patrick Swayze.
Lifetime, my boy.
And if you think that was like, oh yeah,
Ralphie had the
Yeah.
prick to join you in frame. Places,
The
everyone.
most three popular tapes
Places.
that a lot of people needed to have in their VHS collection was Titanic, Forrest Gump, and Ghost. And if you went to the movie, like if you went to the movie rental place and you're trying to rent those places, like you were trying to go to they were always sold out too. You could never find a copy for that. If you don't think that's right, then that's right. 100% right. Even if you think about it, people are like, what do you mean Ghost? The only reason why Ghost was popular was because of everyone liked Patrick Swayze back then. I was gonna like fool you guys and say it was Tom Cruise with Risky Business. Or, what was that one? What is that? I was gonna say it was like John Cusack, that one movie. No, One Crazy Summer. No, it's not that. It wasn't that. One Crazy Summer wasn't really a hit until it actually hit the TVs. A really good movie. If you guys really watch this summer movie, watch One Crazy Summer with John Cusack. They go in and try to save a restaurant, or I think it was a restaurant or something, or a house. And they go, what's a boat? And they go on a boat and they try to save their. I forget what they're trying to save. See, it's been a long time since I watched that movie. I mean, give or take 1 or 2 times that you would want to watch it, but I would recommend if you didn't watch it or ever watch it, One Crazy Summer. Yes, it's from the 80s to the early 90s kind of situation, but it's a good movie. There's a lot of people in that movie. A lot of movie. Like, what was the other movie I was talking about, like, Matthew Broderick movie. What was it? Not Ferris Bueller, but Bueller's Day Off. The other movie he was in. It was a teenager. He was owning a business. Most movies back in 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, and 91, it was basically it wasn't really a movie per se. It was always businesses. Even Michael J. Fox had a movie. It was business. So it was like, yeah, risky business because of Tom Cruise. Comedy didn't really take off until 94, 93, 94. It really didn't take off until 98. Then it dropped down to where it was Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 3, and then it was like, yeah, Scary Movie 4, Scary Movie 5, Scary Movie 6. No, I'm just joking. I think they stopped at 5, right? Or 4. Well, it was like American Pie. American Pie 1, 2, 3, Alpha House, Beta House, Sorority House. The list goes on and on and on with that one. That was a very sad movie back in the day when it came down to American Pie. There's always Stiflers. The Stiflers, the Stiflers, the Stiflers. And people are like, wait, what are you talking about? Everyone had to do something with the businesses.
Nothing like a little kick down the blood-splattered
Even
highway
if you
memory.
become like a...
The shimmer of crimson on the pavement. The terrified screams of agony. The dreadful moans of the undead. Oh, Spaceland, you bring back such fun.
No, I just want to see if there was a teddy bear there. See, today is Thursday. Usually you got 2 days until weekend. So be happy that it's almost weekend. You guys ever work this weekend, raise it up, say happy weekend almost. You know, it's very proud that you guys handle it out on your week. Trying to think.
Yes, please, and thank you. Sometimes the second time is when you get it right.
The sports games like that.
Enjoying the thrills and chills of Spaceland?
Well,
Leave that silly little robot alone. He is not part of the official props list.
I'd say long time no see, but what's time in a place like this, huh?
Right you are, but perhaps the winds are shifting.
See, the thing I'm gonna actually was gonna keep that. I'm just gonna keep this money.
But just as long to play for the occasion.
Somehow I knew you.
End of the rainbow. It's the end of the rainbow. That's what they should say. It's the end of the rainbow. Okay. I've been streaming for hours of minutes. I've been streaming for 132 hours, some minutes and 20 some seconds. I am gonna go. I was thinking maybe this guy's like, yeah, look at me. I'm gonna sit here and act like I'm a douchebag. When it comes down to that, I'm gonna spend all my monies. Wow. Did you guys see that? If you didn't, then you didn't. I know what you're doing. You guys are split screens, right? Did you notice how much money you have right now on you guys? You guys could open up those doors right now.
Congratulations, cadets. You got fate and fortune on your side.
Your soul will be mine.
The only bad thing is they won't open up the door all the way to the time that they need to go to the box. They'll sit there and like, I want to go to the box. The box is right there, so look. Exactly. What was he trying to do this? Oh no. I couldn't concentrate. So he went and bought 2 guns.
Please do not disappear them.
You should be proud. I was gonna play Destiny 2. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm JK. Destiny 2, I couldn't, no. Well, okay. Destiny 2 compared to Destiny 1, I didn't I think I actually like Destiny 1 more than I would. People are like, yeah, you play Destiny 1, right? I was like, yeah, I play Destiny 1 all the time. But the difference is, the only difference on a oh, I have a viewer. Oh no. I remember back, whoa. I I didn't have no one here. Now I have one person here. Now I have 4 people here. What's going on?
Alright. For all you space cadets out there fighting for your right to party, we have a helpful hint direct from Mission Control.
I'm joking.
The key to your journey lies in
Oh, that person left.
and you'll find that one-way trip on its own.
I was joking. Now, what was I talking about before? What was I talking about before that? Of Destiny, and I was talking about Destiny and how people were like, "Oh, I don't like the season thing. I don't like that crappy thing. I don't like how if you miss the season, I didn't like that. I don't like how it collects on the top of the thing, where you go into that base area and you go get the. If you got so many things, you go get the gun that you needed to." It's not part of the game. I hated Destiny 2. I hated it. I was a dumbass, which I did. I actually bought Destiny 2. I didn't know that at one time or one day it was actually going to be free, which on my hard-earned money, I actually bought it. One thing's that are sad about that. You know, people that bought Destiny 2, it's just crazy that they would actually give that to people for free. Free to play kind of situation. It's sad. It's very bad. And if they were actually, a game, like a game company keeping the customers happy, the people actually bought the game on your store shelves or in the digital thing before it went free to play. They should give at least a year of But that's not good. That's not a good microtransaction kind of situation. Actually, it would be. Whole entire year of season thing. Because, let's see, Destiny 2, when I bought it, was like $59.99 plus tax. Yeah. And everyone got it for free? Yeah. I never bought the seasons whatsoever. And I wouldn't recommend anybody buying the season 2 at all. And don't fall for gimmicks and things like that. Don't fall for stuff like that in video games. Please don't do that. And please. Call of Duty Cold War. They have season pass on there. I never once bought into the season pass on there. I never will, never would. I mean, even if I have 16, I think I have 1650 on the coin thing, because every season they give you 100 for free or like whatever it was. I don't remember how much it give you. Every time you play, so it's like every time you like kind of like reach up to a certain level on the season pass, you basically get a whole bunch of card points every time you play, right? So the first season Call of Duty, when the game came out, yeah, season 1, when the season 1 came out,
Your soul
hold on.
will be mine.
I'll wait until he's done blocking. Okay. After I check this stuff. Hold on. Now, I kind of forget sometimes what I was talking about, but then the difference is I was talking about microtransactions, card points, and the reason why I got 1650 is because I played the season 1 part of it. I didn't play season 2, I didn't play season 3. Well, I played it there and there, but I didn't play, like, over time. So someone asked me if I played the Call of Duty. Really didn't play that much on Cold War. So, like, I did play, but I didn't play it. But if someone says, okay, the season pass and all that other stuff, let's see, I'm trying to think. When I talk about, like, season passes, I talk about microtransactions in video games. And they're very bad in video games. Even if they're cosmetics. And if you look at it, and even if someone says, oh, you know, you should support the longevity of the video game. No. Okay. If you look at Little Big Planet, okay, Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2, and Little Big Planet 3. You look at those games. What just happened to those games? the servers just went offline. Okay. The servers just went off on those games. Okay. Supposedly they brought them back online, but I don't think they did.
Just 2 more and you've got yourself a prize.
Didn't they just shut down, what was it, Need for Speed or Renza or something like a car? It was a car racing game. They just shut down that server because of the license agreement on the cars, right? And I bet you 100% people probably bought into like, oh, there's this pack of freaking stickers that were probably only for a certain amount of time, and these people had to buy it at a certain amount of time. I bet you that's what happens, right? And so what happens is a lot of people just lost their money. Here's another thing that destroys video games with the microtransactions. PlayStation Home. If you don't know what PlayStation Home is, go and search it up. Do some research. But back in the day, on the PS3, it was called PlayStation Home. And that means the game company, Sony, had this environment where a lot of people would come in and talk to other people. And you'd go to these virtual stores. And you would go and spend real money in these places. You'd go in and buy like little outfits, cosmetic stuff. You could go and buy homes. You'd be able to do dances, emotes, all that other stuff. And when the PlayStation started going down towards where, worse to worse, they started shutting down the PlayStation Home place. And all those people that put money towards it lost all that money. So think about that one. Microtransactions, if you know the game's going to be out for 20 years, if you know the game's going to be here for 20 years or 30 years, then support the game. But you know for a long run, this game's not going to be around for a long time. You know that. We all know that. Mm-hmm. People are like, what do you mean? This game's going to be not around for very long.
Trust me.
On the PS3, they were talking about what were they going to do, and this is the craziest thing. They were talking, like I was talking about Little Big Planet being online, and they just shut down those servers because they said, in quote, out quote, hacked. The servers got hacked, so they turned on the servers. And back in the day, very beginning of this year, they were talking about shutting down the PS3 servers. Remember that? Remember? And then they started saying, oh, we're going to wise up and keep the servers on and all that. That's what Sony and PlayStation, so they kept them on. PlayStation 3 and Vita, right? Or am I wrong on that? So they're going to start doing things very horrible on the PlayStation 3 because PlayStation 3 is losing lots and lots of money every day. And if you really want to go into the point, the whole thing, you would have to look up jailbreak, homebrew, what's that called? PSN hacks, all that other stuff where people are taking those video games and importing them from their PC to the PS3, and they're playing them that way. They're losing tons of money. So what do? They shut down the servers, or they say some hackers are, breaking them down piece by piece, which they need to. On the PS3, if the game's valuable to the point and it still has users on there, import it towards the PS3 to the PS4. If people are enjoying the game still, let people enjoy the game. It's just that simple. See? Did you know that guy has rainbow flags? Does he even know? Does he even know how to make a rainbow? Okay. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. It's Roy G. Biv. People are like, what do you mean Roy G. Biv? Roy G. Biv is a person. That's the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
Stop hooking up!
What do you mean, man? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
I know you'll see this through to the end, Big Willie style. And maybe, just maybe, we'll meet again on the outside. Best of luck, my friend. It has been my pleasure. Once again,
Did I ever play Cyberpunk online here on my stream? I think I did. I think I played Cyberpunk on my stream. I'm trying to think. No, that guy thought I was gonna stay there, and that's probably what he was gonna think I was gonna do. I wasn't staying there. Oh man. Okay. Cool. I mean, if I knew people that were playing Borderlands 3, I'd play Borderlands 3. You. What are you doing? It's Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 3. Parental fire. This game's gonna be dead probably in like a year. Next year. Yeah, this. So I'm gonna say. Not too many people are actually on here, okay? And the reason why there's not too many people on here is because of a lot of people have director's cut, okay? If more people got director's cut, this game would slowly die more and more and more and more. You get like maybe 5 to 7% newbies, which they're not really newbies per se. I mean, one day, I'll open up all these keys. One day I'll do that. What other game do I have? Oh, I have Godfall. I could play Godfall. I beat Lego City the other day. I don't even know why I have that game still there. The hell? Any games are on sale today. Double discount. Any games on sale today. Red Dead Redemption. I have that game. I have Red Dead Redemption 2. I have it. It's $31.99. Woo. Looking. Let's see. Hey, LA Noire is on. $20. LA Noire is actually okay game. It just, if anybody ever likes that game, I mean, the first, I'm gonna say the first 3, maybe the first 4, and right after you get the Sergeant Phelps, I think as soon as you I don't know, it's right in that spot. I think it's the 4th case that you get. Right near that end. It's at the very end, it's always the same thing. It's always the same person. It's a lonely husband that goes and pray, that's what LA Noire is. Lonely guys. It's always is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game's good, it just doesn't... When you first play, it's okay, cool. And then you think of it what did I really watch? Or what did I really bought into it? Or why did I buy into it? Ooh, Call of Duty Ghost is $39.99. Call of Duty Ghost I never bought. I would recommend staying away from the other game that's coming out, Call of Duty. It's all going to be microtransactions all the way through. Unless you like CSGO and all that other stuff, it's going to be all good. Go ahead, buy it. It's they stopped beating down on other games. They were trying to beat Fortnite down, and they couldn't do that. They couldn't. See, a game will always try to beat out their competitors, and that's what they did. They tried to. And that's what Call of Duty does. Call of Duty tries to beat out their competitors. And if someone says, no, they don't, they were trying to kill Fortnite. Did it work? No. And someone says, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Did you ever watch, Walmart, the Walmart episode, like I always say, the Walmart episode of South Park where everyone goes to Walmart at night and then they go into the department of electronics or something, and they go into the mirror and they're like, you were the person that makes it and all that other stuff. Because it's the small businesses that are getting crushed down. It's always the same thing. That's what Activision and Treyarch and all them, they were trying to do that. It didn't work. So they have to go for the least games that were competitors, which what they're doing is Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard's going to try to do and try to outbeat every other game now that's been out there for a longer time. CSI Go, or what's that called? Counter-Strike. And that's what they're going to try to do. In the long run, some of these games need to be like what they need to do. If Call of Duty wants to stay where they want to stay, basically they need to improvise and make something brand new. That's what's hurting them. More than likely, with the jetpacks, with this game and the jetpacks on Black Ops 3, was trying to kill Titanfall. And people are like, oh, the Titanfall is going to be the greatest movie, the greatest game. I said movie, the greatest game. And that's what they were talking about, saying that was going to be the killer of games, which it wasn't. So they made this game in Black Ops 3 as a jetpack game. People are like, what do you mean? If you look up Titanfall, you look up these two games, it's like, really? A lot of people still want to open up them doors, right? I didn't see one. I don't know. I don't really see it happen. The split screens actually died off. Now they're about to.
Please do not disassemble. Kneel there.
The split screens were back.
Step forward and make
Do it again.
on screen.
I was dating that one for a long time. No, I'm just joking. We'll turn right around the face. Do it again. See, they didn't have that. I wanted to be done with this game. There's no fun in this game anymore.
Attention, high roller on deck.
One day I'll open up all those care packages right there. There's common supply drops. One day, just to see all these. Just to see all these double XP tokens. They're beautiful. Those are one and only double XP tokens I would never consume because I don't play double. I just don't. I'm just seeing what I can do here. Let me see. I'm trying to slay.